In today's video, I am going to show you how I went from this clumpy old paint to this lovely smooth silk paint that I can reuse. Stay tuned. How's it going, everyone? Rich here in the studio with another behind the scenes studio hack video. And today I'm going to show you how I take some old crusty emulsion paint that's been sitting on a shelf for a long time and make it as good as new so I can paint it on my canvases. Now, I know a lot of you have probably got old paint somewhere in your home or in your shed or in your closet or wherever you keep your paint, and you open it up thinking it's going to be okay, and it's all grimy and it's separated and all of the dry bits from inside has fallen into the paint, and when you try and roller it on, you get all those little lumps, and it's just a nightmare to be able to pick it all out. A lot of you are going to throw that paint away and go and get a brand new pot, but I'm going to show you how I take an old crusty pot of paint and make it as good as new. So I have already done a few of them because I've been prepping some canvases, but I thought I would show you with this one because it's particularly gross. It's all slimy, all the bits around the side have all dried and gone crusty, and I need to rehydrate this and make it as good as new. So what I'm going to do for that is use a very fine sieve. This is the kind that you use for baking and things like that. I found this for £2 in a shop. An old paintbrush, pair of latex gloves, some water, this is tap water, and I need a pot to be able to sieve the paint into. So what I did is I went online and I found 2-litre ice cream tub pots for really cheap. I got 10 of them for about £9, so they're only about £1 each. And I'm going to put the paint from here into here and make it as good as new. Let's go. Now, as you can see, this paint is kind of gross. It's all kind of separated, it's kind of gelatinous now. All of the dry stuff from around the edge of the paint has fallen into it, causing lumps. So if I was to roller this on a canvas right now, it would be disgusting. All those little lumps and bits of grit and dry paint won't make a smooth canvas at all. So what I'm going to do to start is rehydrate this paint because it's all very jelly. We don't want that. We want it nice and smooth. So I'm going to reintroduce some water in there. Take a brush and just stir it up and get that paint mixed in with the water. So it makes it nice and smooth and silky again. And then when we go to pass it through the sieve, all of those little lumps will pass out through the sieve and we'll just be left with some nice rehydrated smooth paint. Now I have used about 2/3 of a bottle of water, mixing it in with the paint to rehydrate it, and it doesn't feel like jelly anymore, but it still looks kind of lumpy and clumpy and kind of like grey cottage cheese. We need to sieve it. So for that, I'm going to put on my latex gloves because this bit can get a little bit messy. I'm going to take my sieve and I'm going to start pouring the paint through the sieve. Now that we have got some paint in the sieve, it's not really passing through because it's still too thick and gelatinous. So what we're going to do is use the brush and push it through. Just brush through the paint, through the sieve, and you'll start to see the paint pass through the bottom and fall into the ice cream pot. And that is going to be nice, smooth, silky paint that's going to go on a canvas really, really nicely. So I've done one chunk of paint through the sieve and you can already see a bunch of lumps and bits of grit and paintbrush bristles and dried paint, and everything has been saved by the sieve from passing through and going into the nice smooth paint. So a few more pots of this through here and we'll have a lovely pot of grey paint that's nice and smooth, ready to go on a canvas. Just got this last little bit to go. passing it through. It makes a great sound as well. Very squelchy and ASMR-y. But once we've passed all of that through, you can now see all of this lumps. All of that has been saved from going into the paint. I'm going to use the handle of the brush to scrape any last little bits of the smooth stuff from the bottom of the sieve into the pot. Gets a bit messy, this is why I was wearing the gloves. But what's the fun of using paint if you can't make a little bit of mess? Anyway. So now that is done, I can go and wash these up. One empty pot of Old Emotion, one lovely smooth silky pot in my ice cream pot. All I need to do is use some masking tape and a Sharpie to label it on top so I know what color it is. It's called Asphalt and it is a silk paint. So I remember that because paints are different, matte, silk, gloss. I like to use a silk paint on my canvases so it has a nice sheen to it. So I'm going to label this, put a little dab of paint on the top so I know what color it is, and then put it with the rest of the paints. But that is how I save my old emulsion paint from going in the bin and being able to reuse it and give it a second lease of life. If you've liked this video and you want to use this tip and this trick and this technique to fix your own paint, let me know in the comments if it helped. Please subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and go and check out CreateScene.com and sign up for your free profile, share what scene you're in, and let us know what you're making and creating on there. And thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Cheers.